The Superman prototype of an American superhero is a concept that has long enjoyed popularity. But as comics have gotten darker over the years, writers have wanted to skew this prototype a bit, and audiences seem to like it. Omni-Man from Image Comics, the protagonist of The Supreme and Invincible, is one such example, while Homelander from The Boys is another. The two are very similar, and while Homelander may have a greater variety of powers, Omni-Man has more experience fighting tough opponents. He is physically imposing and absolutely ruthless. Our comparison is going to be divided into three sections. The first is going to bring an overview of the two characters, after which we're going to compare their powers, including their signature weapons. Finally, we're going to bring you a detailed analysis of the two characters to determine which one would win in a direct clash. So yeah, in this video, we are doing that detailed analysis of the two characters to determine which of them would win in a straight fight. And of course, if you love videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, A.O.D, for more videos like this. And if you already did, let's start with Omni-Man and his powers. After arriving on Earth, Omni-Man assumes the secret identity of the writer Nolan Grayson. A young woman whose life he saved becomes his wife, Debbie Grayson, with whom he has a son, Mark Grayson. For a long time, he has pretended to the governments and his family that he was sent to Earth by Viltrum so that he could join the Empire by protecting it and helping it to advance as far as possible. In reality, he was sent to destroy Earth's defenses in order to annex Earth into the Viltrum Empire. When his son Mark, also known as Invıncıble, finds out about this, a fight breaks out between him and Omni-Man. As Invıncıble cannot accept this, Omni-Man is even ready to kill his son, but he gives up at the last moment and flees the solar system, making him a traitor to his people, as he is the first to desert. He can stay in space for a really long time without even needing to breathe air, and even destroy Sulu-like creatures and eat them for dinner. Omni-Man is an actual powerhouse, with enough potential power to wreak havoc for different civilizations throughout the galaxy. And with 2,000 years of experience, he is that big evil that is hard to stop. Homelander and his powers. Homelander is a patriotic superhero who leads the superhero team The Seven and is the most powerful superhuman ever created by Vought American. The company spreads the story that Homelander is an alien who, like Superman, came to the US as an infant, when in fact he was grown in a secret lab from Storm's genetic material and injected with Serum V while he was still a member of the Hitler Youth. Homelander spent most of his youth with a hydrogen bomb chained to him in case he tried to escape. His mother was mentally retarded and died giving birth to the child. Homelander is under the financial control of Vought American, whose money finances the hedonistic lifestyle of the Seven. One day, Homelander tries to encourage other superheroes to do what they want, but holds back out of fear of his boss, James Stillwell. Homelander has heat vision, super strength, enormous endurance, can fly, and has powerful vocal cords, thanks to the V serum. He ages slower than normal people. Although it is mentioned that his name is John, there is no indication that he ever used an alias or hid his identity. Superpowers and the feeling of being special have driven Homelander into megalomania, filled with the idea that he can do whatever he wants simply because he is himself. Homelander has committed many crimes against innocent people and did not stop at rape and mass murder. And of course, because of all he lived through, he has multiple mental problems, so it might be a big problem in a hard fight. And of course, after this, we should be comparing the powers of Omni-Man and Homelander. This is not a direct comparison, but rather a list of the abilities of the two, which will serve as a basis for the analysis in the third part of our video. So let us begin. Omni-Man's powers are relatively specific, and although they are similar to Homelander's powers, as we will see here, they are not completely identical. His powers include superhuman strength, superhuman speed, superhuman endurance, superhuman stamina, and the ability to travel by light and interstellar, increased lung capacity, near invulnerability, an increased healing factor, and slowed aging. If we simply compare this to Homelander's powers as we listed them above, the lists seem very similar. But Homelander obviously has a more colorful array of powers and abilities. Is that enough? Throughout his adventures, Omni-Man has proven that he is capable of fighting enormously powerful opponents. and he is practically able to defeat most of his enemies without much effort. He has fought against aliens, other superheroes, humans, and human weapons. Homelander, on the other hand, has only fought other superheroes, all weaker than him, and humans. His experience is not nearly as great as Omni-Man's. This brief analysis gives us a brief glimpse of the balance of power between the two and prepares us for our judgment. But Omni-Man versus Homelander, who would win?
Howdy, neighbor. Cocoa? It's warm.
And now for the most important and interesting part of our video, the analysis. Here, we will use what we found out about the two characters and analyze how all these factors help them or not in a fight against each other. Let us continue. This comparison is a real doozy. Omni-Man is not as similar to Homelander as one might suspect, even though they have a very similar, if not completely identical set of powers. But while Omni-Man is more like Superman due to his origin and psychology, Homelander's powers and abilities are more similar to those demonstrated by the Man of Steel. Homelander is a very powerful character and the main source of the trouble in The Boys, but his competition is actually not that great. He's never fought anyone nearly as powerful as he is. Omni-Man, on the other hand, has fought here and there, and he has so much experience that it's really incredible. And that's where Omni-Man's strength lies, in his experience. Also, Omni-Man still seems a bit stronger than Homelander, and considering his combat experience and the sheer brutality Omni-Man uses against his enemies, we think Homelander would eventually go down against the Invincible's hero turned villain. And of course, whenever there are some Superman clones, there is a question to be asked: who is worse, Omni-Man or Homelander? As far as their evil deeds go, Omni-Man and Homelander are pretty much on the same level. Okay, Omni-Man did far worse things and was brutal, but he also helped people. He repented. He was once of use to society. Homelander, on the other hand, fought crime, but most of what he did was for his personal gain and the fame that comes with being a superhero. That's why we'd rather have the ruthless Omni-Man protecting us than the falsely polite Homelander. He has the upper hand, strength advantage, and of course, more important than anything, experience. We didn't mention much before, but Omni-Man always fights bigger and better opponents than Homelander ever does in his universe. So while one always gets better training, while the other one keeps fighting basic humans with 1 HP that die with a flick of the finger. But still, we would love to hear your opinion about this subject as well. Who do you think would win and why? You could tell us all about it down in the comment section so we all could come up with different ideas about this gigantic fight. You could also smash that like button while you're down there. Still, for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, A.O.D, to make sure you never miss out on a video when we publish them. We're glad you watched the video and we hope to see you in the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.